what we'll do, we'll just call this 159A, and
Sure.
that'll be admitted with redactions, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
So, Mr. Depp, this is a text message you sent to Whitney Hurd on March 9th, 2013. And in this text message, you say, you blow that up as best you can, please. We had a slightly grim morning, but not a doozy. We kissed, she splits, and texts me sweet stuff. I do the same right back, and nada. So I just want to know that she is safe. I've heard nothing, just worried about her, XXX JD. Did I read that right?
Yes.
Okay. So that text was sent on March 9th, 2013. With that in mind, could you please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 161? Can you scroll? Yeah, no, here we go. Do you see 4 texts or 5 texts up from the bottom? There's a text exchange between you and Miss Hurd. You see that?
Yes, I do.
And this is sent on March 12th, 2013.
Okay, yes, sir.
Which, if I'm doing my calculation right, was Tuesday, March 12th, 2013. And in the top text, you write, just thought you should know that there exists a book titled Disco Bloodbath. That's all. You see that? Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Your Honor, I'd move to move for the admission of this exhibit with those texts.
When you say those texts, which ones? Just
Those 4. The text exchange between Mr. Depp and Ms. Hurd.
okay. Any objection to that?
We have no objection to the omission of the 4 text messages between Mr. Depp and Ms. Hurd on that
So we
date.
can make those redactions?
Yeah.
And- All right, 161 in evidence with the redactions. You can publish.
Thank you, Your Honor. So we'll just focus on the text. So we can see the top text is from you to Ms. Hurd. And you say, just thought you should know that there exists a book titled Disco Bloodbath. That's all. And Amber wrote you back and said, we need that book, exclamation point. And you wrote back and said, is it about last Friday night? By any
Objection.
chance? I'm sorry. I got it wrong.
I think you're yeah.
Amber writes you and says, we need that book. And then she writes you and says, is it about last Friday night by any chance? And you write, how can you make me smile about such a hideous moment? Yes, it is. Funny bitch. I fucking love you, you cunt. You wrote that on Tuesday, March 12th, 2013, referring to the previous Friday night, March 8th, 2013, correct?
I believe that the subject, I sent her that text that there exists a book called Disco Bloodbath from a bookstore that I was in. She said, we need the book, asked me about if it was about last Friday. I believe that I have a very different opinion of what that Friday was than you do, and I
Well, your counsel can ask you about that, and I'm sure
Indeed,
Ms. Hurd
well, I
will
think that's
testify
when
to
we'll
that.
get into that, yes.
But my question to you is, you're writing, you're referring to such a hideous moment. You're responding to Ms. Hurd's text is it about last Friday night by any chance? Isn't that right?
That's what she's asking me, yes.
Okay. You can take that down, please.
Bless you.
Can you please bring up Defendant's Exhibit 638?
All right, what is, are we going to enter this into evidence, or?
Yes, Your Honor. Move for the admission of this video into evidence.
We have no objection, Your Honor.
All right, 638 in evidence. Thank you. Now you can publish it.
What happened? What happened? Nothing happened this morning, you know that?
Were you in here?
No.
So then nothing happened to you this morning?
Yeah, you're right. I just woke up and you were so sweet and nice. We were not even fighting this morning. All I did was say sorry.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
No, that's the thing.
You want to see crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. That's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? Sneak that shit on me,
No,
motherfucker.
I didn't. You were smashing shit.
Bye. Do we have a date for this
That's your house,
illegally
Melissa.
recorded tape? Do we have a date or metadata or anything on it?
Why don't we, since you have some questions about it, why don't we watch it again?
Oh, I've
Play
seen
it
it.
again,
I
please,
mean,
Michelle. Okay, you know what, we don't have to do that.
No, that's good.
We don't have to do that. This is at your house in West Hollywood on Sweetser Avenue, correct?
that's correct, sir.
And that's you in the video, Mr. Depp, right?
That's correct, sir.
And you would agree that you were violent in that clip, correct?
Clearly, I was having a bad time. I don't know what it was with regard to completely at this point, since I don't know the date. But being illegally recorded by your chosen other is, well, it's quite fitting with the rest of the photographs and tape recordings she made. So I thought what was most interesting is that she tried to hide it from me, and then that she laughed and smiled at the end. I thought that was the most interesting part myself. But so yes,
You didn't
I
react.
did assault a couple of cabins, but I did not touch Miss Heard.
And
As you can see, I think, no.
and you may have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint.
Yeah.
I poured myself a large glass of wine.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
Right. Right. Well, let's look at UK 101, please.
Okay, 101.
Yeah, this is day one. You see there at line 5, do you have the page up?
I don't see 101 yet, sir. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, take your time.
I've got a bit of a bushel here. 101. Sorry.
It's in the volume for day 1, if that helps.
Yes, yeah, that's what I'm looking through, but it's all, it's a bit of a jumble. Oh, sorry, here, page 101, is that what you like?
Yes, sir.
Great.
And just since you seemed amused by the terminology, you were asked the question, you were drunk, I'm going to suggest. What do you say to that? Answer, I may have been.
Where are we, sir?
Line 5.
Thank you.
Question, you were drunk, I'm going to suggest. What do you say to that? Answer, I may have been, I do not recall. The chances are very good that I was if I was upset. Question, we saw you pour a sort of, answer, mega pint. Question, mega pint of red wine, which is not everybody's choice for breakfast, is it? Answer, no. Did I read that right?
You did.
And you were very, very upset in that video, correct?
I think that's pretty clear, yes, sir.
And you would agree that your behavior in that clip could be intimidating to anyone present in that room, correct?
Objection calls for speculation.
I'll sustain the objection.
You would agree that your behavior was intimidating, correct?
Objection calls for speculation.
All right, I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Now, you're a lot bigger than Amber, correct? Physically?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Would you agree with me that the standards of a Southern gentleman were not in your mind in this particular moment, were they?
I don't know about anyone else, but I have had experiences in my life where one does stray from complete control over their emotions at times, and that is a very normal, primal thing to do. I did not try to intimidate Ms. Heard. If she was intimidated, why was she filming? If she was scared to death, why didn't she leave?
Can you pull up Exhibit 821, please? Defendant's Exhibit. We're going to fast forward in time a little bit, Mr. Depp.
Yes, I can feel it.
I'd like to direct your attention to the third text down. It's a text message from you to your sister on June 4th, 2016.
Yes, sir.
You see that?
Objection, relevance, Your Honor.
All right, what's the relevance? Or you want to approach this?
Can you pull up Exhibit 870, please? Actually, can you pull up, it's Plaintiff's Exhibit 157, 11.
157.
157, page 11.
There we go. Okay, 157. Plaintiff's 157. Page
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Mr. Depp, these are text messages that you sent to your friend Isaac Baruch, correct?
Yes, and I'll just say that I'm not proud of any of the language that I've used in these anger.
Your Honor, I move for admission of just this page of this exhibit.
Your Honor, we object on relevance.
All right, if you want to approach, let's do it. All right, with the redactions. You can tell her what redactions you're doing.
Sure. Just those middle two texts, please.
All right, plaintiff's 157, page 11. So I guess we'll call it 157A. Page 11, and with redactions needed.
Your Honor, permission to publish this redacted exhibit.
All right, yes, sir.
Mr. Depp, these are two texts that you sent to Isaac Baruch, the jury's heard from on October 17th, 2016 and October 18th, 2016. Can you just read for the jury that first text?
You'd like me to read that?
Yes, please.
Sure, Mr. Rottenborn. Is the slippery whore that I donated my jizz to for a while staying there?
And can you please read the text under that, please?
Certainly. I'm not sure I sent that text, but...
Well, I'll read it. You say...
No, I'll read it. It's fine if you'd
No,
like to hear that.
You know, I'll go ahead and read
Oh,
it,
you
sir.
go ahead.
You tell Mr. Baruch on October 18th, 2016, hopefully that cunt's rotting corpse is decomposing in the fucking trunk of a Honda Civic, 2 exclamation points. Did I read that right?
You did?
Okay, you can take that down, Michelle, please. And can you please... Can you please pull up Exhibit 485, Defendant's Exhibit?
Is it 485?
Do you recognize this as a text exchange that you had between you and Amber Heard on September 28th, 2015?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I'd move for the admission of the exhibit with just happy to have all of it, or just Mr. Depp's, depending on what his counsel wants. And
Give
Your
him,
Honor,
give him a moment to read it.
of course.
We're happy to have the, Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's portions admitted, but we would ask that the phone numbers be redacted.
All right.
Of course.
So you could redact the identifying information. All right, 485 in evidence as redacted.
Can you blow up the top text, Michelle, please? And I'm not going to read the whole text, Mr. Depp, but if you start 4 lines down, you say, "And I'm on such a beastly head fuck from earlier that I feel like I won't know what to do or how to be. I feel like I only just continue to piss you off. Believe me, I never want to hurt you, and always have never wanted to hurt you. Never. I don't want to be in that position anymore. Not ever again. I feel pushed and I push back. I feel hurt. I will hurt back. A fight commences. I will fight back. And obviously so will you. But I can't again to see it coming. It puts us both in some stubborn space where neither of us can hear, much less understand one another's position." Did I read that right?
You did, sir.
Can we pull up Exhibit 186, please?
May I just make a point of clarification for DX 485? It's a multi-page exhibit. Is
it? Okay.
Oh.
I just want to make sure it's just this page.
Just-
It was, yeah, it was just that page.
All right, what page is it?
Page 1 of 8.
So that'll be 485A, page 1.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Myers.
186.
Please.
Mr. Depp, if you can go to the first page, Michelle, please. This is a text exchange between you and Ms. Heard on September 6th, 2013, correct?
What's the date?
September 6th, 2013, I believe. You see that in the lower right of the text boxes?
Third, well, from the second one, the top one says September 5th.
Starts on the 5th, right, and then I was looking at the one that starts, "Thank you for your letter." That's September 6th, correct?
That is September 6th, yes.
Okay. And then Your Honor, I'd move for admission of this document, starting with the text that says, "Thank you for your letter." And happy to have both texts or not, depending on what Mr. Depp's counsel argues. But thank you for your letter. And then going into the next page through the text that says, "I have other uses."
Could we please scroll down just to see a little further?
Can you scroll down a little bit further? Thank you.
Can we please continue down further? I think we would like through the text messages on the third page, through Mr. Depp's text at September 6, 2013 at 8:10 a.m.
No objection to that. That's fine.
All right, so it's Defendant's Exhibit 186, pages 1 through 3, then as redacted, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So 186A, pages 1 through 3 as redacted. Okay.
Can you just scroll down so counsel can see and the court can see if the redactions are right?